Hello, good afternoon. I am your teacher in math, Mr. Paul John Maseren. I will be your teacher for the school year 2020-2021. And since we are now in pandemic, so that is why we have to face our learning in a new normal way. That is why the government is always protecting you, and yet we still have to proceed and we have to continue with our education. So in this process, it is a virtual way of learning. So since you have already the module, so we will attack the module one by one. And the first module that you receive is entitled Define Patterns and Sequence, and then Define Arithmetic Sequence. So in the first place, welcome back, and I will start with my discussion, and I will try that every module I will give a sort of video in order for you to how to enlighten yourselves regarding the topic. So the first one, sequence. Sequence is a progression of numbers either in increasing or decreasing order with a constant distance and every terms. So in a sequence, there are two kinds of sequence. The first sequence is what you call arithmetic sequence, and the second one is a geometric sequence. Whenever you encounter arithmetic, all you have to do, take note of the operation. And the operation used in arithmetic, you will encounter that in that operation, they are always using the addition and the subtraction. And in a geometric sequence, they are using the operation of multiplication as well as the division. So take note of the two. Whenever you encounter a sequence, but then they are using addition or subtraction, therefore that kind of sequence is arithmetic. And whenever you see a sequence and that involves division and multiplication, therefore you are in geometric sequence. All you have to do, get the important details in arithmetic sequence. In arithmetic sequence, all you have to do, take note of the two terms. Two terms. Every number in the sequence are called terms. And you have to consider the first one, the first term. And then all you have to do is to get always the constant distance. So whenever these two are present in a sequence, that is why, therefore, that sequence is what you call arithmetic. Take note, huh? Whenever you encounter these two very important terms, the first term, and there is the present of constant distance, therefore, you are manipulating an arithmetic sequence. So all you have to do is to know what is a constant distance. And here, how to get the constant distance? Example of arithmetic sequence: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. How many terms? There are 5 terms. First, second, third, fourth, and fifth. These 5 numbers are what you call the terms. And then, how to get the distance? How to get the distance? Therefore, take note of this. In getting the distance, you take first the second term, you subtract the first term. Or you have to get the third term, you subtract it with the second term. Or the fourth term, subtract the third term. So on and so forth. So that will be the pattern. So in order to get the distance. So therefore, the second term is 4 minus the first term, so the distance is 2. The third term minus the second term, the distance is 2. The fourth term, you subtract to the third term, the distance, the difference is 2. Therefore, the distance in each term is constant. Constant both pasabot wala mausad. And that is the example of a constant distance. And this pattern and this sequence is considered as arithmetic sequence. For example, another example, 3, 6, 9, 12. Can you identify how many terms? First term, second term, third term, the fourth term. My question is, what is the constant distance? Constant distance, 6 minus 3, 3. 9 minus 6, 3. 12 minus 9, 3. So the constant distance of this sequence is 3. Terms, first term, second term, third term, and the fourth term. Another example, 5, 15, 10, 15, and 20. The first term, second term, third term, fourth term. Second term, subtract to the first term. The difference is 5. The third term, subtract with the second term. The difference is 5. Fourth term minus the third term. The difference is 5. So the constant distance in every term is 5. Therefore, it is quite easy for us to identify if it is an arithmetic because there is always a constant distance. Take it, my dear students, but you have to consider all the important details in arithmetic, the first term, as well as the constant distance. Now, we will go to geometry. How about in geometric, sir? In geometric is quite different. As I have said, whenever you go to geometry, by the way, geometric sequence is a progression of numbers either in increasing or decreasing manner with a constant ratio. So it is now different. Before it is a constant distance in arithmetic. Now it is a common ratio if it is in geometry. Important details in geometric sequence. The first term, always the first term, and the common ratio. And how to get the ratio? How to get the ratio? Still the same. Get the second term, you divide with the first term. The third term, you divide the second term. Or the fourth term, you divide it with the third term. That is, the result of that, the quotient of that is what we call our common ratio. Let's take, for example, here. Example 2, 4, 8, and 16. So there are 4 terms. 4 terms. 2, 4, 8, and 16. If I have to get the ratio, if I have to follow the direction, the second term divide with the first term. 4 divided by 2, 2. The third term, you divide it with the second term. 8 divided by 4, 2. 16, the fourth term, you divide it with the third term. 16 divided by 8, 2. So, 2, 2, and 2, they are the same, and that is what you call, they are common. in every ratio. So that is why it is called the common ratio. Whenever you encounter this one, that the numbers are becoming bigger, but then they still have the same common ratio, therefore, you are in geometric sequence. 2, it becomes 6. 6, it becomes 8. 18, 54, and 162. How many terms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 terms. And what is the ratio? 6 divided by 2, 3. 18 divided by 6, 3. 54 divided by 18, 3, still 3. 162 divided by 54 is still 3. Therefore, if you notice, there is a constant value. And that constant value is what you call the common ratio. So this kind of sequence, it is considered as geometric sequence. How about this one? Our second example. First term is 2, it becomes 8, it becomes 32, it becomes 128, and it becomes 512. Whenever you discover the numbers are increasing so rapidly. Tag-as kayo ang iyang pag-asaka. So, kung makabantay na ka ng kagingana, therefore, you are involving geometric sequence. How to get the common difference? Our common ratio. Second term, divide with the first term, 4. 32, divided by 8, still 4. 128, the fourth term, you divide it with the third term, the quotient is 4. 512, which is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth term, we divide it with the fourth term, the quotient is 4. If you notice, we have a common ratio in each term. Therefore, this kind of sequence is geometric. So, for this now, you have already the idea of what is an arithmetic and what is a geometric. But take note of this. Whenever you say arithmetic, therefore, there is the first number and the constant distance. And whenever we will have an idea of geometric, whenever we go to geometric, still there is a first term, but then we have a common ratio. So I hope by this time, our first module is quite easier for us to answer now. So I hope you can answer the question properly. And if you have any questions, just refer to me and chat me regarding the problem. So good luck and see you. And I hope you can answer this one. And please submit that one. You have to answer that one, all the questions in the module in a sheet of paper. Don't write anything from the modules. You write all your answers in a paper and then you submit that one to your section advisors. So long. See you for the second module. Thank you and good afternoon.